Hey, welcome back, guys. You must have read the title, so today we are going to test 3 MCPs that I found online, in which one is my MCP and other are Godot's Godot AI and Godot Native MCP. So our test would be, we connect codecs to a Godot 3.6 project that now needs to migrate to 4.6. So we would judge each MCP based on how well does this MCP help codecs in this migration. Simple as that. Now, before you come and say, why didn't you try this and that? I tried to mute Godot MCP, but it was not connecting to codecs. I tried everything to make it work, but connection wasn't reliable. And of course, the goated coding solos Godot MCP. Now I can assume if you know about so many MCPs, it is good to say you know that every MCP out there now is better than coding solos Godot MCP. Every test in starting will have 208 error and 73 warnings surfaced by Godot. So our first test will be using the MCP I made, Fennara. So codecs started by checking if Fennara is connected to the right project or not. And as you can see, it is connected to our current project. Now, codecs is running script diagnostics, and you can see this one tool surfaces errors across the entire project. Code errors, scene errors, and even shader errors. You can see this tool's scan returned not only script parser errors, but old Godot API errors that are not even shown in editor as parser errors. You will see codecs heavily using getClassInfo tool to know correct APIs, so it doesn't need to guess them. Now, codecs is using its first write tool. You can see the tool result returned. That updated script have 20 errors and 4 warnings, which matches what editor is showing. This is what I mean when I say AI agents should not build blindly. Looking at this, you can say Fennara's write tool are slow. And yes, they are, because they are designed to be deliberate and precise. And you can see whatever action AI does get reflected in editor instantly. There are no editor caching problem because you will see this problem with other MCPs. So now codecs is running diagnostic tool again, and see the errors are down from 100 to 36. You would notice the number on output panel doesn't match the number of error the tool gave, because output panel doesn't always give all errors in project. It just provides some, and this will be an issue with other MCP because how do they capture errors? They capture by looking at output panel. Which means output panel will contain old stale errors which makes agent hallucinate, and you must be careful not clearing the panel. Now Fennara also provide tool to catch runtime errors which reduce the risk of AI writing broken code. As you see right now, AI caught an error where old code was calling add animation on animation player class. Okay, so codecs is finisher. I did no help, codecs came to this point on its own with the help of Fennara. And this is how many errors the output panel showed after reloading the project. So, now we are going to test Godot's Godot AI. I first asked codecs whether MCP is connected or not. I gave codecs the same simple prompt again about migration. Okay, So Codex started with using the project run tool to run the main scene. But as you can see, this tool doesn't return any runtime error, it just says project is running. Now, Codex reads logs from both game and editor. But the running game didn't provide any info when clearly the scene broke, and editor logs returned all the errors that were logged in output panel when we opened the project. Now we discussed this, why this could be bad, and you will see this in future happening. Now there is nothing much happening here as Codex saw those errors in logs. It is closing the running scene and editing all those files, which is a pretty good start. Now, Codex is pretty much done with editing. And as I am seeing the main script of the main scene, it still have all the errors as it was before. I told you all other MCP have this caching problem where AI writes, but editor doesn't update. You can confirm it now. When Codex ran the scene again, all the files AI edited refreshed in editor, and the error count of main script went to 7 from 27. See, Codex itself is saying reading errors from output panel is not correct. Codex is saying, quote, logs still contain error for lines that are not even on disk now. I am not trusting them blindly. So Codex decided to use Godot executable directly. It says, quote, MCP logs are useful, but command line provides cleaner paths without old errors, muddying the water. Now these things are enough for a LLM to hallucinate and keep stuck in fixing errors that don't even exist. So now Codex thinks project is migrated successfully. Let's reload the project to see how many errors are still there. You can see there are still 30 errors left that pop up when editor opens. There are still those errors not shown that come up only when scene is running. So now, since Codex believes that project has no error, I'll run the scene and provide it the screenshot. I had to do that quite a few times. Now as we reloaded Godot, agent tried to read the editor logs again and found all the error that it could not patch. So it's now editing all of the remaining files. See these stale error in editor logs issues? They are again coming in. So now Codex finally again says that migration is done. Let's check by reloading the project. Now, we are going to test Godot Native MCP by Urineko. I gave the same prompt to Codex again, like the previous tests. I am not going to talk much this time, because the way it works is also same. So it also have same issues, so please enjoy the time-lapse. I'll show the result in end. For some reason, I don't know why Codex was not able to find all of the tools, so I gave it repos readme file. Now it will search properly. This is also one downside of having large amount of tools. You can see Codex is still relying on using Godot command in terminal to get errors instead of using MCP. I am telling this because, sure, Codex will fix those, but test was to see how helpful MCPs are. So Codex is finished as far as it thinks there are no errors, but we will see that when we reload the project. You can see there are still errors left to fix. So, finally, yes, this video was about comparing Godot MCP. I just clickbaited you guys. This is my channel, so I am just going to praise my MCP. But I can assure you that everything I showed about Fennara was raw and real. And I think you guys are smart enough to know which MCP is good for you. The more you fuck around, the more you find out. So try everything and see which one you like. Thanks for watching. All the links to all the MCP will be in the description below.